Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Priyendra Kumar. In this video, you will learn how to develop a calendar control in Excel VBA. So friends, calendar control is very useful for any VBA project. For example, if you want to get start date and end date, then you can use this calendar control. I'll show you here. I want to enter the start date, so I'll just click here and I can click on calendar. So this is the calendar which I have developed in Excel VBA. So you can select any month directly from here. It will change automatically, or you can change the year also, and you can click on previous month. So it will display the previous months from here, or you can just click on next month. Whatever month you want to select, you can select from using these buttons. And now you can select any of the date. Let's say I want to select 5th April. Just click here. You can see the 5th April is available here. If I will click again, then you can see that particular date is being highlighted. That means the current value of that cell is 5th April. Alright, if I will change it as 10th and I will click again, then it will show me 10th highlighted. Similarly, I can change the end date. So 30th April is the current value. I want to change it as 31st May. You can use this calendar control on VBA user forms also. Let me show you the example here. I have created a small VBA user form. So here, let's say if you want to enter the start date, I have given a small calendar button here. You can just click on this calendar, and let's say I want to input 10th April. So you can see the 10th of April is here, end date as 30th April. If you will click again, then whatever date is already available, that will be highlighted. Similarly here for end date also, that will be highlighted. You can change the date of any label also. These are the text boxes. If you want to change the date of label, or you want to assign any date to a label, so this is a label. I want to change the date of this label. Okay, so this is the 1st Jan 2018. This is the current date. It has been highlighted. I want to change it, let's say 2019. All right, April 11th. So you can see 11th April 2019. I'll click again, then that will be highlighted. You can put the date on a command button also. So this is the command button, right? So I want to put here the date, whatever date I will select. So I have put that code on this command button. So just click on this and just click here. That date will be changed. Now the thing is, how can you move this calendar in your VBA project? For example, this is my VBA project wherein I have this form and I want to use in this form because this is available in different workbook. So to move this calendar, you can simply pick this calendar and you can, using the mouse, just move this here, and when you will come to this project, just leave your mouse. You can see your calendar has been moved to this project now. Now I want to use the calendar here to put the date of joining. What can you do? You can put image here. Let's say I'm just putting this image. You can resize this image, just make it little bit of smaller like this, and you can put your calendar icon here on this image. And now if you will click on this image, then the calendar will be opened and you will select the date in the calendar, and that date will appear in this text box. So let me see the text box name. This is text box 4. If I will click here and then I will call this calendar, I can use simply me.textbox4.value equal to calendar dot selected date. All right, if I will run this and just click on this image, then that calendar will be opened. You can select the date, whatever you want to select. That date will appear in this box, but if you will click again, that date will not be highlighted because we have used the method 2. I'll show you here. The method 2 is you are directly assigning the value of text box 4 this calendar dot selected date. If you will use the call method, then that will be highlighted. Now I'll show you. You can use call and then calendar dot selected date, and here you can put your control name me dot textbox 4. Simple. If I will click here, then just click and select any date. If I will click back again, then that 11th will be highlighted, which means the 11th is already available here. So that is how you can move this calendar in your project. I will add a new workbook here. This is the book 1. I'll go to the developer tab and visual basic of book 1, and here this is the book 1. Okay, you can see. Now I will insert user form and change the height and width of the user form. I'll take around this height and width. Now I will format this user form first. Right click, go to the properties. I'll change the name as, let's say, calendar, and the caption also I want to change it as calendar. Now I will change the background color also, so I want to take the white background color, and the special effect I'll take here, this one. Now I will insert two combo boxes for month and year. So I'll go to the toolbox, and now first of all I will insert a label. So just put the label here and rename it as month. Right click, go to the properties, and here I will change the back style as transparent, and I will make a copy of this and just paste it here. Rename this as year. Now I will insert a combo box. This is the combo box. Just click on this and just click here. So this combo box is available. Now I will format this combo box. Right click, go to the properties. First of all, I will like to change the name of this combo box, and I will take it as, let's say, CMB month. Then I will change the special effects. I'll take this effect, and the style also I will change. In place of combo, I'll take here list, because I don't want to allow to enter any text. Text should be selected always from the drop down list. Now make a copy of this and just paste this here and change the size of this. Right click, go to the properties, and we will rename this as CMB and year. So this is for year. Alright, so we have created our two combo boxes. Just put these here, align these as middle. Now we will add the value of these combo boxes. If I will run this user form, then you can see no drop down is available here. So we will add the drop down here first. To add the drop down, just double click on this form. You can see user form click event has been generated, but we will put our code on user form initialize. So just select here initialize. We will put our code here. Remove this one. Now here I'll take a variable dim I as integer, and first of all I'll add the month's name. So you can add the month name one by one, or you can use a loop. I'll show you how can you do that. So first of all, what I will do, I'll use with me dot cmb month, and here I'll use and with. I can simply use add item, then I can put here January, then Feb, March, and one by one you can add it. Or you can use a loop. I'm going to use a loop. I will use a for loop for I equal to 1 to 12, and just press enter. Now here I'll use dot add items, and first of all I'll create a date here. So I'll use VBA dot date serial, and in the date serial I'll take year, so I can put any year, let's say 2019, and month I will put here I, and day I can put any day 1. Okay, so this date will be created as, first of all it will create 1st Jan 2019, then 1st Feb 2019. Now from this date we will just take the name of month. So what I will do, I'll use here VBA.format this, we will pass this date, and from here we will pick up the complete month name and just close the bracket. Alright, now if I will run this, you can see the month name is available here, but we have to use the scroll to see the all the months. So I don't want to see the scroll here just for 12 months. Alright, so what I will do, right click, I'll select both the control, right click and go to the properties, just scroll it down, and here you can see the list rows, it is 8 by default. I'll put here around 20. Now if I will run, you can see the all the months are visible now. Now we can add the default month here. What month should display by default? So whatever the current month, that should display by default. So I'll use dot value equal to, and here we can take VBA dot format. Then for today we can use VBA dot date, comma, format we can take mmm, 4 time m, just close the bracket. If I will run this, you can see the April is here, which is the current month. Now similarly we can add years also. Just copy this and paste this here, and this time we will use bidme.cmb year. And for the year you can make this hard code or dynamic, it's up to you. Let's say here I'm just putting VBA.year from this date, today's date. So whatever is the current year, it will give you the current year. I'll take here, let's say -20, and similarly I'll put here from 2 plus 20. All right, and it will add the item simple I, because now I will be the year. And here default we will display the 4 time by, means the current year. If I will run this, you can see it is displaying the current year, and the list will be, currently it is 2019, so -20 years and plus 20 years, okay, from current date. You can change it as per your requirement, how many years you want to display in the calendar. So we have added month and year. All right, now I will insert a picture here. So I'll select this image and just click here and format this image. I'll keep this here. Right click, go to the properties. Here first of all I would like to remove border styles. This is single, I'll take here none. And then I will add a picture here. I'll show you the few picture which I have already created. So these are the pictures which I have created. The background color for this image, left and right button, you can create this using PPT, or you can download it from Google. And this small calendar icons also, and this is a small star icon. I will copy this path, and then I will go to the this, and here I'll go to the, in the properties of this picture, I'll go to the picture and just click on these ellipses, and it will ask you to select the picture. So I'll put the path here, and I will select this background image. So this is the black image. You can give the simple color also if you want to background color. Alright, now I'll make a copy of this, and I will put this here, change the size, make it little bit smaller, and right click, go to the properties. We will change the picture this time. We will take this left one for previous and just enable the auto size. This is the auto size, and we will rename this image as IMG, and this is for previous month. And here the control tip text we can put previous month, and we can put it here, change the width of this. Alright, so just make a copy of this and paste this here, and just rename this as IMG next, and here you can put next month. We will also change the image of this. So I'll change the picture and just right click on open. So just put this here. So we have created two buttons also. I'll show you, run this. If I will hover, this is for previous month, this is for next month. Alright, now we will put here a label which will be the month name, whatever month has been selected. So just copy this label and just paste here, right click, go to the properties, and just rename this as LBL. Here we can take as month name, and we can change the font also. So font we will take here this one, which is monotype Persiba, and make this italic and bold. Size I will take around 20. Text alignment we will take center, and the fore color, which is the text color, I'll change at white. Now we will move this here. So basically it will display whatever month has been selected. Now we will design buttons, or you can say the dates. So we will use the command button for that. But before that I want to insert another picture. So I'll select this picture, just copy and paste this here, and just put this picture here. Change the size, take around this size, right click, go to the properties, and here first of all I would like to remove this picture. So just select and press delete, that will be removed. And background color, I will change the background color, I'll take this color. Alright, now here I will copy this label, copy and just paste this here. I will put this label here, right click, go to the properties, and then I'll go to the font and I will change the font size as 9, make this bold. I will change the text alignment also, I'll take center align. Now I will change the text of this label. So I will take the text as Sunday or SUN only. I simply copy this and paste this here and just put this label here and change the text as Monday MON. Quickly I will create the other labels also and will change the name. Alright, so we have created these labels. Now quickly we will create the buttons. Then our design phase will be completed. Alright, then we will start the coding phase. So I quickly go to the toolbox and I will click on the command button and just select and click here. So this command button has been created. First of all, I will remove the text of this command button. I'll put caption as blanks and resize this, take around this size and put this here. Alright, so I'll make a copy of this and paste this here and I will keep this here, paste another copy, just keep this here. Alright, so we have created the buttons here. These are the 7 button. Right click and go to the properties. You can see this is the command button 1, 2, 3 and 7. So I don't want to change the name of this command button because we will use this in the loop. So now what I will do, I'll select these buttons like this and make a copy of this and just paste this here and put this here. Now right click on this and go to the properties. You can see this is the command button 9 and this was 7, so it should be 8 here, but the 8 is coming here. So what I will do, I'll move this here and move these buttons here and I will keep this button here. Alright, so this is command button 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So quickly I will copy this and paste again. I will make 6 lines of buttons. Alright, do the same activity. So we have created 42 buttons here. Now I will resize the other things, like I will move this slightly here and these labels also like this and change the size and this ear box also. Now we will align this text with this button, right click and align this as center. Similarly for this. Alright, so our design is completed. If I will run this, our calendar will look like this. Now I will change the colors or I'll do the other coding also, and we will complete that coding part in the next part of this video. Please watch the next part of this video. Thank you so much for watching.